You are welcome, great leaders. Today, you will be learning about the discipline of study. Study is a great discipline. It's not easy to study. Over the years and in history, great leaders have always been people who studied extensively most times. Because great leaders are learners. Somebody say great leaders are readers. But there are so many ways you can learn. By reading, by observing, by learning from others in so many ways. Whether you are given to cognition or the other way around, great leaders are learners. And so study is one of the disciplines of great leaders. It's very critical. It's very important. As a great leader, be intentional in your study and make it a duty to study to be approved in the areas of your study. You see, a lot of people like cutting corners. They deserve certificates they never end. They want titles they never end. They want things that are not within their reach. But as a great leader, through process and through time, you will always love to study and to attain the heights of whatever limit you want to get to. Study is very important. You can't, it's not optional. It's compulsory for leaders to study. When you check in history, great leaders who have made tremendous impacts, they studied, they observed. There is no leader of impact that never studied. Even the works of others, they always studied the works of others. They studied what others did, and they studied to learn theirs too, and to advance societies through the advancements they have discovered. Every great leader makes learning a joy. It is wisdom to make learning a joy, and every great leader will make it an intentionality. Will become intentional. Will make it very intentional for himself or herself to study in such a way that brings you result, because the greatest benefit of study is the transformation of the one who has studied. That's important. Sometimes we live in a society where you hear people talk less of study. They say, well, it's not necessary to study. You can't do without study. As a matter of fact, study is not about acquiring certificates like some people say. But then, if it entails certifications, go ahead. If it entails being established in that area of your need, go ahead. Most critical studies that deliver certain competencies always have documents to show that you really studied. But much more importantly, unorthodox ways of study are also critical in the daily way we live. So it's not just by books, it's also by observation, by learning from others. You study to advance the areas of your interest that you want to learn. And it's important. You just cannot do without study. Leaders learn, they unlearn, they also relearn. And it's important. You can't continue to say, well, I've learned all I need to learn. No, study continues, learning continues. So the discipline of study will have to be your way of life. Putting yourself in the position of a learner is important, is an advantage for great leaders, because it makes you always understand that the perspective you hold is only a slice in the pie. And that's critical. That's important, and it makes your heart open for new ideas and new opinions and new suggestions and new ways of doing things. It makes you adaptable. You learn new ways of doing things. You understand that all you know is not all that can be known. It's important. It's critical. So great leaders study, and it takes discipline to put yourself and your mind in that frame of studying, of learning, of acquiring new knowledge in the areas of concern and in the areas of interest. Even the areas you never understood before. So study is very critical. So as a great leader, I challenge you today to make learning a joy, to decide for yourself, to make sure you put yourself in the frame of mind where study is critical and become a very component of your living. Don't just speak against those who study. Don't speak ill of those. If someone says, I'm acquiring one skill or the other, appreciate them. Give them a thumbs up. Give them a hype. Encourage people in their voyage of study, because it takes a whole lot of discipline to study, and it's important. And if there is a reach you need to attain through study, please do. Great leaders are always learners. There is no limit to learning. It's important. You can't stagnate yourself and say, I study no longer. No, go ahead. Go ahead. Keep studying. Keep learning. Keep expanding your horizon of knowledge. Keep increasing in capacity. That's important. You know, sometimes people said, well, we need to study. I need to study because I make money. You don't just study because you want to make money. Some people think studying is about making money. No. It's not about making money. Of course, your studies should give you money, should help you, should advance you in the areas of your business. But then we don't just study to make money. We study to enhance capacities and quality of life so that we can provide solutions to those who will need it. That's important. The more you study, the more you are posed to provide solutions to be of greater help. The more you learn, the more you put yourself in a frame to be of greater help. That's important. So if you have a journey that is longer, then you need to really study longer. That's important. If you have a journey that is shorter, then you might tell yourself, well, no need studying longer because my journey is short. But then let your study be relevant in what you do. It's important. Never speak ill against those who study. Never stand against those who seek to learn new insights, new capacities, new knowledge. Always have yourself embracing new horizon, because it opens new doors for you. It makes your heart open, and it makes you to lead beyond the scope of your horizon. And it's important. Study is critical. Develop that discipline of study. Make it your companion. Make learning your companion. Study. Study. It's a discipline because it tasks your mind. It's a discipline because it tasks your time. It's a discipline that most times it tasks your resources. So it's a discipline because it tasks your associations. It tasks your comfort, and it makes you discomfort yourself to really gain certain knowledge so you can advance yourself. Study is a discipline. Great leader, you need to make up your mind to reach out again, to decide again, to push forward again, to advance again. It's critical. It's important. There is always a new horizon. There is a mark to reach. There is a research to attend to. There is a need to go higher. That's important. You need to understand that. You need to make it a joy. You need to make your study a fun for you. You need to make it a joy for yourself. You need to discover the aspect and the ways you can learn better. Everyone has different ways they can learn. However, every student has something they bring to the table in their learning voyage. And so it's important you learn to confront knowledge in the areas of your interest and concern, and it's important you make it a joy to learn. I dare you today and I challenge you today. Advance again. Embrace study. Make it a joy. Make it a living. Make it a lifestyle. And as a great leader, you will always reach higher marks and solve problems that are even outside the horizon just because you have developed your mind and you are more freer than the air. Thank you so much. And today, I bless you and I encourage you to make it a joy to join us in this journey of leadership as you continue. Make it a fun for yourself. And we look forward to your comments, your opinions, and probably your suggestions and feedback. Thank you and God bless you.